So back in high school, some of the crazy stories went down in the lunchroom. So if you ever hear me talk about the lunchroom in any of my stories, you know that it's about to get real. So I'm a sophomore in high school at this point, and it's about 10 minutes to lunch, so I'm eagerly waiting for class to be over. So as I'm waiting, I get a message from one of my friends saying two kids that everybody knows as best friends are going to fight, and it's happening in my lunchroom in about 10 minutes. So about 5 minutes later, everybody leaves class and a giant mob starts walking to the cafeteria. And so we get there, and the two kids that are supposed to fight sit on the same table. So one of them moved, so we thought like the fight was over since the kid moved his seat. So um, about 10 minutes later, like nothing happened, and they avoided one another. So the mob leaves, and after all that, there's just a whole bunch of like other kids in the lunchroom that are supposed to be there. So before I even get into anything else, I went to a large public school, and our lunch sessions were divided into 8 different time periods. That's how much students we had. So you could say we had about 120 kids in the lunchroom at one point, and that's not even including all the kids who would skip class to come to lunch. Now, I knew that there would be no fight, so I really had to use the bathroom, so I said, screw it. I leave the lunchroom, and some kid I know ends up coming up to me on the way back from the bathroom and asked me if anything happened. I said, no, nothing. All the hype was for nothing. Boy, was I wrong, because as soon as I came back, all I see is chocolate milk dripping down one of the kids' shirts that was supposed to fight. And guess who threw it? Yup, you guessed it, the other kid. And after that, it was all like a blur. The kid grabs a sandwich and throws it at the kid. And the other kid with the chocolate milk stains throws an orange and hits the wrong kid. And after that, all hell breaks loose. Everyone gets involved and everyone starts throwing shit. What was next was the most epic food fight in history. Now, I had just come back, but all I saw like when this happened was my friends throwing shit, and he had flipped the table to act as a fortress. So it's kind of hilarious because it's almost like if you ever had a snowball fight and you have like those fortresses. That's exactly how it looked when the kid flipped the table. So my friend flipped the table. I get behind the table to duck, and I was like, "Fuck it!" I grabbed the bologna sandwich from the floor. I threw it across the room and it hit some kid in the head. And I just ran out the lunchroom because I didn't want to get my new clothes dirty, and I didn't want to get suspended or expelled because I was already on probation. So one more fault from me, I would have got kicked out of school. But that's another story. But anyway, about an hour later, the cops, the principals, and everyone with any type of authority in the school arrived. It took about 45 minutes for like the whole food fight to stop, but it was the most craziest food fight ever. By the time it was over, 25 students got suspended, 3 got expelled, including the kids who were gonna fight. And that, my friends, is the craziest food fight I've ever seen. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have an awesome day. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you liked the video and you liked the story. Until tomorrow, guys.